Let's talk about the Belfair bypass in general. From my viewpoint, it was to get it done as a state project, okay, and within the State Department of Transportation. The county can certainly do it if they want to, and if they have the funds to do it. They can make a county road and make that the Belfair bypass, and the state have nothing to do with it. It has been tried to get into the State Department of Transportation budget for the last however many years, 40. And has not happened. And what she's referring to, I had written an opinion to the Shelton Journal a couple weeks ago. So we passed the transportation budget. The transportation budget is separate; it's its own budget. And we passed one. It was strictly a bare bones operating budget, maintaining the status quo for transportation projects in the state, not adding any new ones to it. The chair of the House Transportation Committee, Judy Cliburn, has also proposed what I would, supplemental is not the right word, an additional transportation project that would, in her words, increase revenue and then fund various projects throughout the state, including the Belfair bypass. Well, that additional revenue was a 10-cent increase in gas tax, plus a weight fee on trucks, and plus, I believe there was a hybrid fee that was in there. There was a multitude of fees. It would pay for everything from the Columbia River crossing to the Belfair bypass and to everything else. Well, I heard probably, and Kevin can attest to this, 20 to 1 from my constituents, not to get a gas tax. And I firmly believe that too. I don't believe the answer in getting some of these transportation projects done is in cranking up the taxes. It's one of the most regressive taxes. The people that can least afford it end up having to pay the most. And we have 50% of the people in this county commuting outside the county every day for work. That would be a huge burden to them. And the Belfair bypass, we can get it done by reforming transportation, the Department of Transportation. We can get it done by having priorities for DOT. And they had them in early 2000, 2001, and those priorities were freight mobility and congestion relief. And those are clearly defined objectives. And then around 2004 or 5, the Senate had a bill that stripped that out, and they put in non-definable terms like the movement of people. Well, and with that, the Transportation Department has embarked on projects that you can define as moving people, sure, but have they done anything for congestion relief or freight mobility, which are economic drivers? No, they haven't. We're spending $1 billion to build a light rail tunnel from Westlake in downtown Seattle to the U District. $1 billion. We could build 20 Belfair bypasses for that. It's time, rural districts have just gotten clobbered by the lack of priorities in the DOT. And, what I would call this region's legislative delegation, we have locked arms on this, Republican and Democrat. I can't speak for Representative Haig or for Representative Hansen, some of the others, but Representative Angel up in Kitsap. But we all want the Belfair bypass done. That I can tell you. We can find ways to do it without continuing to add cost to you. We need to reform DOT, fix it before we fund it more. So those are my viewpoints on the Belfair bypass. It's my hope we can get it done. But it's not going to, I'm just being pragmatic, it's not going to happen in this biennium.